Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 Episode 6 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously or literally, meaning my jokes and Jones. So if that works for you, then let's get into this review. But before we begin, I want to remind you guys that today at 6 p.m. Central Time, my interview with Love and Marriage DC reality star Winter Williams drops. And I asked her all the questions that you guys left me on my community page. So you guys basically interviewed Winter Williams. I didn't, y'all did. I asked her all the questions that you guys left me, shouted every last one of you out. So make sure you guys tune in because she dropped some tea, honey, some tea for the second half of season 2 of Love and Marriage DC. And if you have not checked out my interview with Christine Horn from Snowfall and BMF, make sure you watch it right now. It's live on my channel. Now let's get into this review of Power Book 2 Ghost. So the episode begins with Monet at the morgue viewing Lorenzo's body to identify that it is in fact him. And of course, it is him. She's just standing there cold, no tears, no anything. I feel like the writer should have at least made her crying to really sell the story that she is, a widow and just lost her husband suddenly and so tragically. Like, she just standing there. And then you see Kane playing poker when he gets the phone call from Monet. We see Drew in his room drawing when he gets the phone call. And then we see Diana over there rolling that tussie for that fake ass Black Panther when she gets the phone call. And I was very shocked that they didn't even have the kids or anything really crying in this episode. We saw one tear trickle down Drew's cheek and that was it. Especially Diana's character when she was such a daddy's girl and he was like her one true ally within that whole entire family. You would have think they would have really had her breaking down at some point in this episode. And it was just like another day in the neighborhood. It was like, what? Did y'all daddy not just die? Like, what's going on here? Like, that was weird as far as the way it was written. So, we then see Tariq in his room still reeling from finding out that Lauren is alive and that Effie and Braden had something to do with it. He being real quiet, just sitting there, stone faced, and Effie comes out and was like, "What's wrong with you?" And he was like, "Nothing." And so she picks up her phone and sees that Lorenzo is unalived. And she was like, "Did you see this?" And he was like, "Nah." So he hurried up and put on his clothes. And she was like, "You sure you all right? Because it's like you seen a ghost." Come on, writers. Come on. Come on, son. Come on. Come on. Can we please not? So we then see that after she met up with Tariq, Lauren went back home. And we see her wake up in her bed and she running around the house. "Mom, Dad, are you home? Mom, Dad." And then next thing you know, we see Jenny walk through the door and was like, "I figured you would be here. I need for you to get back to the safe house because we moved your mom and dad for protection and you won't be able to speak to them until you get done corroborating." And she was like, "Well, if I go back, I need to talk to Sax alone." Because I guess she feels like he's the only person that she could really truly trust as far as the officers and things that are involved in this case, since Jenny has been lying to her this whole time. I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all. I've said this once or twice already. I think this storyline with Lauren is so freaking stupid. I wish they would have just and kept it at that. Like, oh my God, this is so dumb. Okay, because when it's revealed that she's back, then what? She going to start going back to school. She going to be the dead girl that's not alive. What, her and Tariq going to start back messing around again. And then what? Like, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going with this? Is she going to be ride or die this time? Or is she going to turn on him again? Like, is she going to accept his lifestyle? Where are we going with this? This is annoying. So, like I said, the kids ain't crying at all. Drew thinks that the Russians is the one that knocked off his daddy and he want revenge. Many men wish death upon me. Like, he is ready. And Monique is like, simmer down, young pup. Like, we don't need them type of problems. We're good. He stormed off all mad and upset. I mean, they had Drew more upset about the daddy being gone than Diana. Make it make sense. So it's just her and Kane at the table, and she tells him that she needed for him to handle Lorenzo's life insurance policy because she wants, him to handle their clean businesses. And he was like, what about Drew? And she was like, don't worry about Drew. I'll handle Drew. So Kane was like, it seemed like the other day when we talked that you had some questions for Lorenzo. Like, he's suspicious. Like, he think that his mama has something to do with it. And we see this season that they have Kane kind of like stepping up, smartening up, peeping game. He isn't the dodo brain that we saw in season 1 and 2. Like, he's starting to be a little mini me Lorenzo. So she was like, you really think I did something to my husband? So if that's the case, you be keeping stuff from me too. What, you think you next? And she was like, look, stop trying to put 2 and 2 together, because we both know your dumb ass always ends up with 5. The way that lady talked to them kids, I don't know how they ain't jumped her yet. Like, why ain't nobody jumped Monet? All 3 of them need to beat the sleeves off that lady, because who you talking to? Who are you talking to, ma'am? So he just leave the table like, all right, I'm going to see you. So Tariq, we then see beat the brakes off Brayden, asking him about, who killed Lauren, who did it. Like, they still don't know that Lauren's alive. Like, he kept that to himself. But Brayden was like, Kane told him Lauren had them on a wire and says Effie must have been the one that did it. Like, he making sure that his name is out of it. Like, so he still don't even know for sure at this point that Brayden and Effie worked on this together, because he couldn't do it. So Effie was like, I'll do it. So of course he pissed off because the 2 closest people to him been lying to him this whole time, and he messed up in the head about it. So Tariq gives Effie the opportunity to tell him the truth, because he's rented this car, and she like, you just bought a car, what you renting a car for? They taking this long drive, she don't know where they going. And he gives her the backstory about old boy Ray, wasn't his name Ray or something like that killed Raina. What was his name? JJ? I don't remember. About the police cop, the police officer that, unalived his sister, his twin, and how he got rid of it, but, it didn't make the situation no better, and how his life has literally gone to shit since then. So he tried to make her comfortable enough to just come out and tell him the truth, but instead she tells him about how growing up, her mama had this boyfriend that was molesting her and raping her. And when she told her mom didn't do nothing about it. She just married the man. And that's why she ain't home now, because of her home life. And Tariq was like, oh yeah, that's messed up. But you sure you ain't got nothing else to tell me? And Effie sitting there like, I just tell you some deep shit like that, and that's all you got to say? So then she get to looking around all of a sudden. Tariq, where are we? And it's just like, girl, you ain't been peeping game that y'all riding down the same road that you took Lauren on the first time. The writers with this dumb stuff. So they get to the place where she thought she offed Lauren, and he was like, tell me the truth. Tell me what happened. She played dumb in the beginning, and she then go to even reach for her piece, baby. And he was like, oh, so you gonna shoot me now? Oh, that's what we doing, homegirl? And so she finally ended up telling him the truth. And she then was like, but it shouldn't even been me that had to do it. Like, I was trying to protect you. You was the one that should have did it in the first place. And he was like, F you. Like, I'm done. Find your own way home. And he left her ass out there in the middle of nowhere, child. And she's sitting up there, Tariq. I hate everybody. Like, girl, you just tried to pull out your piece on him. Then you admitted that you killed his little boo thing, or tried to kill her at least. Like, what you think about to happen between y'all? Girl, it is a wrap. This is the second time you have played this man. If they have him mess with her again on like a serious level, come on, just throw the whole show away at this point. So Tariq kicks Brayden and Effie out the business, and Kane then go and tell Brayden, like, you need to stop letting him chump you. Why you think he still work with me? Because he know he can't pull that with me, because I'll kill him. He was like, you need to stick up for yourself. So next thing we know, Drew telling, Monet once again that he want to get at them Russians. And Monet like, fall back, like, no. And she then goes on to tell him that she wants him to be the person to replace Lorenzo, because we all know that's who Lorenzo wanted in the first place, was Drew. And remember, she didn't want Drew in the beginning. She did not. But now she does, or whatever. And so that simmers him down a little bit, but in his mind, he's still like, nah, I'm about to get it. I'm about to get it. Like, I can't not avenge my daddy's, death. So then we see little Medgar Evers at the funeral, upstairs in Diana's room, telling her basically Lorenzo's death was a result of his lifestyle. And it's like, wrong place, wrong time. Do you know who house you in? And she go off on him and tell him to kick rocks. Like, you're not going to be talking about my daddy in my house on the day of his funeral. Like, have you lost your mind, sir? I don't like his character no way. Never liked him in the first place. Like I said, I think he's a narc. I think that he's undercover at the end of the day. Something going on with that little boy. So then we see Tariq going to his internship, and he can't even get into the Western building. His ideas ain't working. Braden comes down and lets him know, Tuda can play that game, boo-boo. You need me just as much as I need you. And Tariq was like, at the end of the day, like, how you turning on me when y'all was the one that played me? Braden once again apologizes or whatever and was like, you're like my family. And Tariq was like, you sure right. You're just like my family. All of y'all are effing liars. And it was like, well, the pot calling the kettle black is you've kept stuff that he needed to know away from him too. You know what I'm saying? To protect him. So you can't get mad at everything. Like, come on, Tariq. So we then see Tariq visit Raina grave and was saying how he can't trust nobody. And lo and behold, his G-Ma, Estelle, is there looking better than ever. She's off the drink, off that brown liquor. And she was like, you can't trust nobody because you done effed everybody over. She was like, I'm alone in this world because of you. Your lies are what killed Raina. You're just like your father. And if you don't stop what you're doing, you're going to end up just like him and end up right next to him. So Tariq was like, maybe you're right, Grandma. Maybe it is, time for me to get out. And now he's seeing what his daddy was saying about the lifestyle, how you don't want to get involved in this. Like, it's becoming team too much at this point. And it's tiresome. All he do is run around the city all day, every day. Like, how this boy gets sleep, how he getting good grades, I don't understand, child. Like, what is going on? Like, he need to be tired. I know he got blisters on his feet from all that walking and catching a bus and the train that he was doing, child. I know that boy back hurt. He got to be getting a massage every day. Like, geez, Louise. So it's funny now that he wants to get out the game, just like his daddy. So now it's the situation of him fighting even harder to make it through school, get this inheritance money so he can be with his family. So Drew enlists Gordo to help attack the Russians, and this fool play right along with him, knowing that he was the one that offed his daddy. Like, he ain't shit. His cute self. So Tariq visits Diana, who's in her room drinking and thinking with Bruchandria and Justin Combs. Like, where Justin Combs come from? So 50 Cent just gonna hire all the Combs kids. Now Justin a student. And they was in there drinking and stuff. They leave to get him some privacy. And here come fake ass Frederick Douglass with some roses trying to, make up with her. They was like, homeboy, she do not want to see you. She is in there with somebody else. He was like, she's in there with another guy? Really? And they just laughing at him. So Diana and Tariq end up smashing again. And I'm like, girl, you always just gonna be second best. Like, I ship them. Y'all know I want them to be together. I feel like she's the obvious one that he needs to be with out of all three girls. But she got to stop letting herself be side chick number 2 energy. Like, Diana, you are numero uno. You are a Tejada. You better start carrying yourself like one, girl. So he even offered to help her with the weight that her daddy had her moving through the candy store. He was like, you can stash it in some of my lockers on the roof. So Diana go on the roof and was stashing some of the product, or either taking some of the product out. I can't remember, but her dumb ass was caught on camera because the feds put a camera up there. So Drew then is in disguise. He run up on one of the Russians, little youngins, hit him, stab him up real quick or whatever. And I'm like, yo, little dumb self. Like, Drew normally is supposed to be the smart one. That's like a Kane move. So Effie asked Diana the next day to work with her. She was like, I just need for you not to tell Tariq, like, we can do this together. Next thing you know, Diana opened that door and Tariq putting on his shirt. He was like, hi, Effie. Effie was in her fifi. She was like, F both y'all. I was like, well, girl, that was her little piece before he was your little piece, and you did go behind her back and F her over. So you could play that game as well, child. But Tariq just knocking all of y'all down. But you know what? Effie was and Tariq was never meant to be with each other. I like the energy between Effie and Kane even more. Like, them the two that need to be together. I've always liked that energy. I like Kane. Woody McClain is so cute on this show. Like, he is sexy on this show, child. Yes, sir. So after that, we see Tariq is being followed by Noma's men, but Noma's little right-hand man doing this on his own, on some rogue shit. Like, she don't even know that he following Tariq. He following Tariq, thinking Tariq trying to lead the country again. And he was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm literally handling business for y'all. But lo and behold, he literally was about to lead the country again. He really honestly was. And dude was like, and I want to see all of y'all at the meetups. Like, that's not you and Kane, like all of y'all. So at this point, it's solidified that they have to work with each other. They have to stay with each other, and he has to deal with them. So we then see Tariq call Estelle and tell her that she can, go on and be with Yaz and Tasha on her own. He's not coming. That's where he was really going, was to meet up with his grandmama, because he set it up like he was going to end up going with her to go be with his mom and little sister, but it's just not time for him yet. He was like, I still got some things I need to handle, but I'm gonna be with y'all soon. I love y'all. Just tell my mama and my little sister I love them. So now we know Estelle is going on with her daughter and her grandbaby, and they're all gonna be together. So the missing link, once again, is Tariq. And I really hope that at the end of this series, they actually do have him be a success story. I don't want to see the dead or go to jail storyline play out with that, because it's predictable. You know what I'm saying? And there are people who have been in the game who were able to make it out. So let the little youngin make it out in the end. Let him be able to go be with his family. They get their money and they create legitimate businesses and go on with their lives. So, Jenny and fake ass Angela at the funeral, they got surveillance footage of Diana, on the rooftop, but they ain't gonna make a move yet. As they're taking the body outside to go head to the graveyard, the Russians attack them. Drew and them, post up, hit them with the blickies. And Kane was like, what are you doing? Like, you done started a war. And he was like, look, I'm next in line to Poppy. And Kane was looking like, who you talking to? I'm wearing his chain. He was like, I don't care who chain you wearing. It could be 2 chains. But Monet get in between them, was like, Drew was right. None of us got killed. Like, you need to fall back. So Kane really seeing now who back she really got, and it's not his, which is going to make him dig even further into, did you have something to do with my daddy? Because this ain't how this about to go. And he felt good being the one running the show. So he not just good to let that go. No, not for Drew, not for Monet, not for nobody. So, we then see Kane visit Effie in her dorm room looking just scrumptious, delicious. And she's about to crash the website to get back at Tariq. And he was like, nah, don't do that, because then you messing it up for everybody. Like, we got to get through this stuff with Noma. I'll front you some packs to make sure you straight. And you can see right then and there that something is about to start building between them on a romantic level, because he really like her and like really feeling her. Like, it's the first girl like he's straight up serious about. And I want to see them get together. I like them better than her and Tariq, because they make more sense. So at the end of the episode, we see Tariq meet up with Braden and tell him that, we got to work with each other. No matter what's going on, we need each other. So we're going to get this work and get it done. And then we see Monet return home that night, and she sees Lorenzo's ghost, and he tells her that, it's going to all catch up with you sooner or later. And when them kids find out what you did, they all going to turn on you, which they are. And I can't wait. Cannot wait. I will say, even though there still is a lot of dumb stuff that happens on this show, I strictly just look at this show as a nighttime soap opera. I will say that once again, Mary J. Blige acting has come leaps and bounds. I think that Michael Rainey Jr. did a really good job this episode. I think that he's doing a really good job leading this show. I'm liking this season and where it's going. And I can't wait to see how everything is going to wrap up. We only got a few more episodes before this season is over. Like, it seemed like it just started and it's almost over. So I'm guessing next up on the docket will be Force. I'm super excited about Force. Force is my favorite show out of all of them, Force and Raising Kanan. So I'm super excited about season 2 of Force. Season 2 of Force been wrapped, been done filming. They should be already starting on season 3 before season 2 even gets aired. So I'm super excited about that. And then after that, we'll be right back to Raising Kanan. So yeah. Also on Stars, Run the World will be on in May. Let me know if y'all want me to do reviews on season 2 of Run the World. Overall though, I'll give tonight's episode of Power Book 2 Ghost a C+, because there was no crying. It wasn't really emotional that Lorenzo died. Yeah. But the action stuff was pretty cute, Y'all let me know what y'all thought down below in the comment section, you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell button. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.